Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum everyone.
Waalaikumsalam
Hi.
Munira.
Hi.
So, are you guys doing well?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
So,
Doing
today,
well.
alright. So, today we will do our group discussion for our fifth video for LAX2047. So, we are from group. We are from group 15 in Poetic Society. So let me introduce myself first. So my name is Munira binti Abdul Rahman. My metric number is 196002. So how about others?
My name is Ain Zubaida binti Zainal. My metric number is 196839.
My name is Nadia Shamimi binti Yusuf and my metric number is 198703.
My name is Nur Mimi Izzati binti Abdul Razak. My metric number is 199821.
Kamila
Hi,
or
my name
Umi?
is Siti Syamila Anis binti Muhammad Saleh. My matrix number 196066.
Okay, my name is Umi Mera binti Cezan. My metric number is 193640.
Okay.
So in the screen we can see there's a poem in here. So this poem is wrote by group 2 actually. So you guys can read it now.
Okay,
Yes.
Umi Umaira will start first. Umi, you may continue.
Economic, you bring millions of influence to humans. Your relationship with life are very fair, but you die in this pandemic. Progress will not happen with you. Then your workers are being tested.
Unemployed, alone at home, wondering why this cruelest pandemic come, wondering why the economy dropping drastically, wondering why I have been fired, wondering what they're going to do with their life.
Who said money can't buy happiness? Are we happy now? Who said be a pilot can guarantee a good life? Are they happy now? Jobless are not something to be ashamed of. Entire world are suffering economically because of COVID-19.
So thank you for the cooperate. So you guys can explain to us what the poem is talk about.
Let me explain first. First stanza is made by myself. Firstly, I use word you and yours refers to economy, the title of this poem. Line 2, you bring millions of influence to humans. Economy is very closely related to a job that people need. Then line 3, your relationship with life are very fair. In human life, economy is a source of income for human beings to continue living. Therefore, this economy is very much felt in human life. But you die in this pandemic. This economy seems to have died when the world was hit by pandemic. I want to tell that now economy increases because of this pandemic. Progress will not happen with you. When the economy was dropped, it not will grow and even give problems to the country and also people. Then your workers are being tested. Almost all workers have been quiet off economic crisis and also some worker work at home, not like before. And then Mimi?
Okay, for the second stanza, as you guys can see, I said about unemployment. As you know, our economy and especially when it's came to this pandemic, which is COVID-19, I think unemployment is a hot topic today, as you guys can see also, while the frontliners in the world are struggling to break the change of COVID-19, I think on the other hand, we can see many workers have lost their employment and their source of income. And as you guys can see here, I said wondering why the economy dropping drastically, why I have been fired. So the fact is the country unemployment rate today is still higher, and for me it is quite difficult for Malaysia to return to a relatively stable unemployment figures. I think it is still very difficult lah, as I am personally today when I open my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, I have been seeing many people talk about unemployment or jobless, such as their parent, their brother, their sister, or someone who is very near to their life lost their job. And for me, if the COVID-19 cases continue to rise and there is no extraordinary action from the government to resolve the unemployment issues, I think more people will lose their job and income. Okay, next I pass to Shamila.
Okay, thank you, Mimi. So for the third stanza, for the first line, who said money can't buy happiness? If you realize, I think most of you have heard about even we don't have money, you can be happy, but actually it's false at all. And we can feel it now after the economy dropping drastically. People are jobless. Like Mimi said, she opened Facebook at the social media, people stating about how they felt when they lost their job. And then for the second line, are we happy now? Of course we are not. And the third line, who said be a pilot can guarantee a good life? I meaning to say that our parents really want us to be a doctor, a pilot, engineer, because they said that that kind of job have big salary can guarantee our life to be good, healthy, wealthy. But actually, it doesn't guarantee anything. Like we have faced right now because of COVID-19, entire world have been their we call it what we call it aeroplane that cannot be used anymore because we can go to another country, so they have to fire many of their workers. Of course they are not happy, right? And the fourth line, jobless are not something to be ashamed of. This is what I mean after the first and the second stanza, means they are about economy, unemployed. So it's kind of becoming a common thing because it's a lot of people lose their job. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. Entire world have faced the same thing. And then entire world are suffering economically. Yes, this is what I said about because of COVID-19. It's when we said about economically, of course it's about other country also. It's not just in our country, in Malaysia. This is what I want to say in the third stanza. Okay, that's all. What about you guys?
For you
Okay.
guys, explanation. So overall, I love this poem, but the second stanza is attract me to talk about it. So actually, this stanza shows us that the word wandering is repeated for 4 times. So as we can see, actually everyone keep asking those questions about the impact of this pandemic, especially for the economy sector. So in a line 3, she asks why the cruelest pandemic come because there's no one expect for this virus will be spread easily to the entire world. So it shows that everyone are not ready to face it as well. For the line 4, she asks why economy dropping drastically. So this is because this pandemic stopped every single sector in out of the blue. Next, everyone, especially employee, also get this impact because certain of them have been fired, even they are work for the company for many years, which is in line 5. She already asked why I have been fired. And for the last line, the question about why and what they going to do with their life is especially referred to unemployed, who still don't know to go on with their life, as this pandemic is still spread. So that's all from me. How about
Um,
Ain
Okay,
and
thank
Nadia?
you,
wait.
Ira.
I want to charge my laptop.
Overall, this point is rate.
Go. I'm here. You can talk. I want to charge my laptop.
Okay, thank you, Ira, Umaira, Mimi, and Shamila Ani for your explanation. It's very clear. Overall, this point is really touched my heart as a reader and listener too. The choice of words and sentences is very good and interesting, and there seems to be a relate and connection with this title of the poem, which is an economic issue. This poem also carries a deep meaning for the people who face this problem during COVID-19. And I agree with Shamila Anis about money can't buy happiness. True, everything needs money. If people has no money during the economic time, they are falling down right now, will have a conflict with itself or with a wife, with a husband, with another family. So I agree with this poem that money can buy happiness, and we can change the word to money actually can buy happiness to us. Okay, that's all. Nadia,
Uh,
can you continue?
okay. Thank you. So, when I read the last stanza, you guys talk about a pilot. So thank you for considering this idea, which is this idea is told by Ain last week, and then you guys put it in this poem. So thank you so much, because I can say improving rather than the previous poem. So actually, I like the first one, the first stanza, which is economics. You bring millions of influences to humans. Your relationship with life are very felt. As we can see, yeah, this is actually, I think this is close to the sentence, which is money can buy happiness. This is why the economy is a very this a thing that really close to human, because it can buy happiness. So this is why the economy is can influence others' life. And then the fourth line, which is but you died in this pandemic. When I read the word died, I think the writer, which is I think Umi Umaira, want to say about the pandemic made the economy drop down drastically, but she used the word died. So maybe the meaning is so deep, yeah, because the word died, because actually it is not die, it just drop. But when Umi used the word died, I think she want to assert that this economy had made people life become so terrible. So I love the word died. And then I also love the overall of this poem. It is a very beautiful poem with the second stanza, which is the writer, I think Mimi Izzati asked a lot of question there. So it made me think about the impact of the economic from this pandemic. And I like your poem. Thank you so much. That's all from me. So,
So actually in stanza 3, which is wrote by Shamila Anis, she said, who said money can buy happiness? Actually, uh, as we know, in this issue, actually, uh, economic issue can separate people. For example, the employee can have an argument with their employer, their bosses, who the one already been fired, and a family, especially husband and wife, who before this day are work, but then uh, when this virus spread, but they need to they suffer because there's many responsible, there's many, they need to how they need to overcome their income for every month. So this actually I love the whole poem, but then uh, the second and third stanza is attract me to talk about.
oh,
So does
I
anyone
agree with you.
want to add up something?
Actually, I same with you, Munira. When Mimi read a second stanza, I'm wondering why Mimi choose the word wondering.
Yeah.
Because when Mimi explain more about this stanza, I can imagine why you choose the word, because yeah, this COVID is not we think can happen the worst. And if we follow the news, day by day the numbers of COVID increase, and we have to wondering what when this COVID want to go, and we wondering when we have to get a vaccine, because it's really make overall country down, and its effect especially for
You say?
Raya Marhan
Oh,
like her.
ah,
Yes. I think who family by category B40 or M40 is
Yes.
really affected with this uh
pandemic.
COVID, and it's a really sad. And we has a children that can't do anything so much, and we need to study, and we have to pray always to get a best for our life.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you, Zubaida,
I
Betty,
can
Zainal, and oh, so want to
I
talk?
can explain more about this stanza, because uh, Nadia and Munira have done explain
Um,
more, and so I just add something that my opinion
uh,
with my own words. I hope you can understand.
yeah,
I try to.
Fine, we can understand.
yeah. Thank
And
you. I
I
mean,
just want to add some. Actually, I and my sister has been talk about this topic about unemployment, as my sister experienced her friend in matriculasi Banting. Many of them, their fathers, for example, lost their job because her father worked in travel agency. So when COVID-19 came, so there are no people want to go travel, and then because of that, her father lost their job. So as I and my sister been talk about this topic, I feel so sad lah. Even though my parent work as a government workers, but as a human, I think it was so sad because yeah, it's struggling when we don't have any job and we don't have any money. And sometimes my sister's friend, she talk of she only eat Maggie for the entire a week. So just eat a Maggie because she don't have any money to eat. And it was so sad to hear that.
Oh, thank you so much for Ain Zubaida binti Zainal, Nur Bibi Izzati binti Abdul Razak, and also Munir Abdul Rahman for the opinion. And I think I want to conclude this discussion. For me, I think this is the better poem rather than the poem that the group one tell last week. This is why this is because of this poem. It conclude the big occupation. I think the pilot rather than the last week poem, which is I think the last week poem we just talk about the small merchants.
Yes.
But yes, but in this week, which is today, we talk about pilot and also Mimi telling about her opinion and her story about that friend from matriculasi Banting. I think in the travel agency. So I think this week we talk about the occupation that in a big sector lah. Okay. So
Uh, Before that, I want to ask Umi Umaira because for the previous discussion, she already said that her brother is being fired from the company. So, can you tell us how your brother overcome that situation? Umi
Uh,
Umaira?
he was working but no salary, but he not fired. Apa? Uh, last month her company said he fired, but he,
it's okay. Take your
he
time.
waiting for many months, like March first
Yes.
COVID
18.
at March ni? March.
Yeah, Mash.
March until last month. He waiting for the company call him to work again
Oh,
their at airport. But last month he got called and he was being fired. And then when he not do anything, any work, he do their business, selling pomade, selling cap, he do small business. Until now he didn't have work until now because um
Okay.
he no he been fired last month.
oh, okay, I see.
Or just do their business.
Okay, so anyone want to tell something before we end our discussion?
No, I think everything is clear.
Very clear.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
See you next
Thank
time.
you.
Bye.
Bye.